And welcome back to part 8 of my video tutorials looking at Word 2016. And now I'm looking at the View tab and I'm going to go through that quickly with you and see what we can do with it. So as always I need some text, so I'm going to pop some in there now. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to add some more text there, so I'm going to highlight it all and Control C and Control V copy. And the first option is read mode. That will take you into a reading mode interface where it's geared for just reading. Let me show you. Click it. Brings up a window, and with the tools up here, they're all tools that are geared just for reading. Smart Lookup, for example, to the right, and then we can use that to go online. Also, right clicking, you can translate if you need to as well. Click Don't Show Again and click Yes, and you can use that for your research there as well. So I'm going to close them and Smart Lookup. Also, a view, you can edit the document. Navigate pane, so click Navigate pane, you get the navigation on the left, so you can navigate what you require. Show comments, there is no show comments in this document. Column width, we can make it more narrow if you want, as so. Go back to view, or wide if you prefer a wide view. You even choose your layout, paper layout. Also the edit option takes you back to editing mode, so you can carry on working on your document. That's read mode. Print mode we're currently in, and this is the mode it will look like when it prints out on A4. Also, if you come down to the bottom right hand corner here, you've also got your options: read more, print layout, and web layout there. Now web layout, if I click it, gives you an internet HTML look of a web page, and that's how it would look if it was online. Tap back to print layout, goes back to your original. Our next option is outline. This way you can organise it, puts it in bulleted points and creating headers. Let me show. Click on outline. Now it brings us into outline mode. And you can choose the outline level for a selected item. You might decide at the top there, if I click the cursor there, and come up to body text, you might make that level 1. As you can see, it's made it level 1 at the top. You might go down to the side, actually I want to make that level 2, and you push it out to levels. Also have the plus and minus here. You can see you can collapse these options as so you can't see underneath. So now I've made that level 2, you can see everything's underneath that now. Also, if you click on an option here, I can choose the option up here to move it up. So I'm moving up reading where I want that as well. So it's just a great way to organise all your paragraphs and headings. Also showing levels, you might want to look at level 1, well that's the only level 1 I've got there, so it's showing you level 1, so you can break down what you're looking at so you can work with it better. But I want to leave that as all levels. This will show text with formatting, so I've been formatting these options. If I untick it, it just gives you plain linear format with no formatting. You might want to look at it that way, or you might select show first line only. So if I click up to here and select show first line only, it will show the first line of that paragraph, as you can see, and untick it to get rid of it. Also, got your master document. You can use this option, embedded subdocument documents here, by clicking on it and then insert them or create them into your work. And to close outline view, just select close. It takes you back to home, but then going back to your view option, and there's your work changed. Draft is really useful because if you've got headers and footers and stuff, this will get rid of them all and just show you your text. But in this case I have got no headers and footers, but you can just see your text then in your draft to work off. Click print layout to go back to your normal layout, or go down bottom right hand corner and select print layout there if you prefer that. That brings us to show. Some people like a ruler line as so they can drag them at the top to position they want them in if required, or push them back. Really useful to have them on actually. I don't know why I normally have them off. Grid lines is really good when you've got to place pictures and graphics into your document. You can put them there precisely where you want them by lining them up with the grid. So that's a good option there, just to place objects. Navigation pane comes out on the left. You can search for your headings, documents, pages, anything you want through there if you're looking for specific information. Now we've got your zoom option. Click zoom and you can choose how much you want to zoom in by. So if you look underneath, you've got a little preview on the monitor and it will show you how much it will zoom in by there, or down to 75, or if you prefer you can choose a percentage and click OK, and that will zoom down. Click zoom back on, click back on 100. You could use page width, so it'll do the whole page width. Text width, if I click OK, it'll do the width of the text, and that's a handy option to zoom right in with the width of the text. Whole page, click OK so you can see the whole page again. So that way you see the whole page rather than just part of the page that you normally see within Word. Click back on zoom. Also you can choose many pages. Click OK, so that way you can see all the pages you've got in your work here. I'm going to go back to zoom and I'm going to go back to 100 and click OK. So I'm going to select the whole page and scroll back to the top. This option will just zoom into 100% automatically for you. Remember, bottom right hand corner you can access the zoom option, minus and plus at the bottom as well if you need to. Now if you just want to see one page, click one page and you can see your whole document as one page. If I come back off it, go to 100%, you can see I can only see part of that page. So that will bring that page into full view. Multiple pages will show you all your pages that you've got, and in this case side by side, so I can see both of them, really handy when you're working on them. And page width, so the width of the page will match the width of the window, so you can see the whole document and text clearly that way as well. If I go back to 100 and one page, click Control Home to take you straight back to the top again if need be. There's your views, there's your show, and there's your zoom. Let's have a quick look at new window, arrange all and split. Now if I click new window, it's the same as clicking Control plus N, but the difference is it creates a duplicate. Let me show you. So I'm going to hold the left button, lock that in, and the one I've just created I'm going to drag to the left. And there we go, we have duplicates if you need them. So that's selecting your new window. Now this is arrange all, so all your windows you can stack so you can see them all. See, so if I click them all I can now see the ones I've got, and I can still scroll down. I see all the documents that are different that I'm working on at the same time, which is really useful for research or if you're copying information, copying and pasting. I've got view by view. That's the same as dragging them left and right, and you can see and now they're both locked in either side of the window. And if I scroll down, you notice they're both scrolling at the same time off one scroll bar. That's because this option here is selected as well. Synchronise scrolling. So I'm going to maximise my window there. Select reset window position to put them back where they originally were. So I'm now going to maximise that one. Next is switch windows. So this will quickly open another window. So I want to go to document 2, I can. And vice versa, switch windows, go to document 1 and it brings it up quickly. Which is handy when you've got multiple documents you're using as well. So there's some options in the view tab, but also we've got last of all is macros. So let's have a little look at macros. This is useful when you want to create some formatting. For example, you might want a certain header, certain format, certain text, but it's so tedious. You can create a macro for that, and Word 2016 makes it really easy. You don't need to know no coding or anything. So let's click on macro, and I'm going to select record macro. So I need to give my macro a name. So I'm going to just call this formatting for a header. Make sure you do it as one and don't separate it or it won't accept the macro name. Now I could use a button to press, or a keyboard shortcut will be good. So I need a shortcut key that I can press that will bring up that option that I'm going to create in a minute. So I need to find one that doesn't exist. So I'm just going to grab any combination, Control Alt and M. Nope, that's insert annotation. Control Alt and F. Control Alt and C. There you go, there's one there for copyright. But I'm not too bothered about that, so I'm going to assign it to Alt, Control and C. It's now been changed. Click close. Now you see the little tape that's come up and it's now recording what I'm doing. So now I can create my macro. So I want to do a header, so I'm going to click into here, go to the top, I'm going to go to home and I'm going to create a header. This is my title, I'm going to centre that, and plus I'm going to underline it, I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to change the colour to a greeny colour. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger actually, 26, and I'm going to change the font to Arial Nova. Brilliant. So instead of me having to do that all the time, we've now recorded it with a macro, and the shortcut key I created, which was Alt, Control and C. So if I go back to view, select my macro and select stop. I could pause it now as well and carry on. Now I'll create the macro with a shortcut. So let me get rid of that header. it should be now saved there. So every time I want to create a header, I hold Control Alt and click C, and it creates it for me straight away. So there's many macros you can create to do formatting for you automatically. It could be headers at the bottom, it could be footers, it could be anything. So as you see with that macro option, it gives you loads of different things you could create with that. Play around with that.